Perez.
Okay,
Ma'am, kayo na po.
Amazing morning, everyone. And
Amazing morning.
yes, I would like to acknowledge the different groups. Ang dami dito. Thank you for sparing your time tonight. And I would like to acknowledge my student in Malaya and Mapua. They are also here to listen and make an insight paper for our business. So maybe they can give a better um, recommendation, anong gawin natin ng mga strategies even in this time of pandemic with the tourism as being affected by the coronavirus. Okay, as you can see my face sa PowerPoint, just a brief background of myself. I'm an accountancy graduate. Ang pagka-doctor ko po is not a medical doctor. I am tawag nito, PhD. So, pa-mute lang po. Okay. So, I am a doctor of philosophy. So, I am... Wait lang. Pa-mute lang po, guys.
Coaches, please mute niyo yung audio. Walang instruction sa ating resource person.
Okay. Thank you so much for muting kasi hindi nadidistract ako din. Okay, just a quick background of myself. Do not misinterpret na ako ay Doctor of Medicine, but I am a PhD po, Doctor of Philosophy. So I have 2 PhD, one in Educational Management and one in Business Management. And then I am an OFW before for 12 years in Dubai. So for those who are in UAE, you can check in Kabayan newspaper. I was one of the Filipino Achiever May 2017. Yeah, I think so, 2017 or 18. And then I was awarded as the best abstract in the research paper in November 2016. So, and then last year, I was awarded as one of the most outstanding educator in UAE and Middle East. So, makikita nyo rin po sa newspaper yan, sa Kabayan newspaper. And then I was a volunteer in the consulate, giving financial literacy in the embassy as well as in the consulate. So Coach Roland was one of the recipient of Ateneo de Manila Social Entrepreneurship, where I was one of the lecturers. So that's how I got to know him, and then that's how I also know na kilala si Upfront Biz because of him. Okay, so before I'll go to the technical, let me just have a quick one. Sino yung mga bago dito na walang alam sa news sa Upfront Biz? So this is, some of my students are very new in Upfront Biz, this company. So I'll just give them a brief background. Okay lang po mga coaches? Brief background lang para they will have an idea of what is our business is all about. Okay lang?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead po.
Okay. So as you can see, my face, Associate Professor 4 ako with all the licenses. For those who want to email me or contact me, you can screenshot na lang po then. So one thing that we always ask in this kind of life, kasi we have another life, no? Why we are working. Bakit tayo nagtatrabaho? Why do we go abroad? Like me, I was an OFW, lang, mute. Why do we have to search job? Pwede ba tayong magkaroon magically ng pera while sitting down at home? 'Di ba hindi? So in this pandemic, we are all locked down before in the time of ECQ. We were so we have so anxiety, ang iba na depression because they lost their job. Some of them have 50% cut off of their salary because there was a reason why they were employed and why we were working so hard. So might be some of our reasons were our dream house, right? Some of us has a dream of having a car. Itong car, hindi ko siya ni-dream. Pero I'm sorry, it's not part of my dream board before. As I could remember, one of my dream board is really to have properties. And it did happen naman po. And then some of us might have the reason na magkaroon ng pension at when we retire. Some of us have kids. Like me, I have 3 kids. I'm a single parent. And my children are still studying. So one of the reasons that I work so hard, one of my whys, is for their college education. And one thing also that we have in mind is that we wanted to have relaxation while working so hard in life. We wanted to have vacation as well. And then aside from that, on the top of us, I think you will agree, all LFW here, that you wanted to have your own business. So this is the reason why I was engaged in this business while I was still in Dubai. So I'm a professor and I did not belittle any other sources of income. So I want to educate, papasukan ko po na a little bit of financial literacy ito. Why do we need to have multiple sources of income? I believe in 7 sources of income because I do that. That's why in time of pandemic, alhamdulillah, hindi po kami naghirap sa mga anak ko. They still can eat pizza or whatever they wanted, eat ice cream. It's because I have defended myself in this kind of scenario. So when I was in Dubai, I have this kind of talk to most of OFW who will join in the financial literacy into our consulate, multiple source of income. For those who are employed, di ba tayo mga OFW, yung mga employment natin, ang salary natin, we intended it for our children or for our family back home, di ba? Tama po ba?
Tama po, ma'am.
Diba, agree mga OFW? So, sabi nga la, paycheck to paycheck or nag-aano na lang tayo ng resibo, nagko-collect tayo ng resibo ng Al-Ansari for those who are in UAE or for those other in other countries, yung receipt ng padala ng ng exchange centers or money centers.
Marami.
Oo, 'di ba? Ang dami na. Or we have collected a lot of receipt of our bills. So yan ang nakolekta natin. So we wanted to become entrepreneur at the end of the day. So I think Coach Roland is one of those student in the social entrepreneurship where we can start a business at a lesser capital. Kasi hindi po one of the main resistant of human being, psychologically speaking, is that when we say do you want to have a business, nega kaagad, ay malaking capital. They did not know that business can be in any form and in any shape. No, it can be a product or a service. But sometimes we need to educate our other people what is entrepreneur. Hindi kailangan magkaroon ng malaking capital to become an entrepreneur. So I am an advocate of social entrepreneurship. Ano po ba ang social entrepreneurship? It's an entrepreneurship where you can address problems in the society or can help problems in the society. So upfront, please, how did it become a social entrepreneur? Paki-mute lang po, please. Ano po yung pa-mute lang. So, in what form Upfront Biz is a social entrepreneur? At a lesser capital, we are able to start up of a business. Kasi nga, to alleviate poverty, to alleviate unemployment, di ba? Hindi kasi natin ma-eradicate ang poverty. Hindi natin mawawala kahit nga ilang generation of president, they were not able to address eradication of poverty, but we can alleviate it. Matulungan natin. And so this business, I had this kind when I talk and sit down with President 2 years back, and I said, this is the kind of business that I can share to OFW and to some young entrepreneur who can start a business in a very lesser capital and have their time. No, they can function with their own time at their own space at their own pace at the same time without any boss. So yan. So why at the end of the day we wanted to have lots of money. Ito yung money tree. And in the future we will have that because of our residual income. What is a residual income? These are income that just come by. Passive income that just you don't need to try so hard, to work so hard in labor because you have already planted something in the past and then in the future we'll just have to harvest it on. So what are those kinds of passive income? If you have a property, you can have it to rent. That is a passive income. Stocks, that's our passive income. If you are into time deposit, you will be earning, no, what you call this one, interest on that. These are some of the passive income, no. So one thing that I would like to ask, sino bang may savings na ngayon? How much do you save in your salary for those who are working?
Konti lang po.
How much percentage of your salary? It would reach 10%, 5%?
Hindi, bike.
Mga
10%, coach.
10%. Okay. So at least may 10% tayo, no? That is good enough already. How may iba kasi pag magsabi ng savings, they have in mind that is very big. No, it's not. Remember, while we are still alive, we need to spend in order to eat, in order to live, for all the expenses of that we have. So why I'm asking how much do you save? Kasi nga 'di ba, we wanted to become entrepreneur. In order to become an entrepreneur, at least we have a little savings to start with capital. Kung wala naman, masama po ba, Doc, mangutang to start a business? No, that is not. If you will listen into my one of my talk in excuse me. Okay, i-mute kita. Okay, so if you would try to listen one of my talk regarding investment, it doesn't require a lot of capital or a lot of money to start with. The richer the person, the more it has a lot of loans, no? Kaya nga sabi nila, ay, wala akong capital. Yan kasi ang So, as financial advisor or financial consultant, what do we need to do in order for them to understand what is entrepreneurship is to educate them. So why I'm asking how much do you save? If you have savings, if you don't have savings right now, it's okay. We can still start. So I have this kind of rule na 50, 30, 20 budgeting rule. But if it doesn't applies to you, it's okay kung 10% lang. So 50% of our salary goes to our needs. The groceries, the housing, the utilities, the insurance. It's very important na may insurance tayo, coaches. Akala ko nagle-lecture ako. And the health insurance and then one of those expenses talaga as a need ngayon ng mga household is the car. So if you go to Western countries, car is part of their need. But some Filipinos, it's not yet part of their needs, no? Parang pag may car dito, mayaman na. But if you are into other Western countries, that is part of their needs. Now, let's go to our wants. Wants is 30% of our budget. What are these? These are the shopping, the hobbies, and then the dining out. But make sure that 20% of your salary goes to savings. Now, if you have 10%, it's okay na. At least you have savings. Now, this 20% na savings kasi, it will be also divided into two. The 10% will go to investment. The 10% is go to emergency fund. So kung may 10% kayo, okay lang yan pang emergency fund. Dagdagan lang natin in the future for investment. Kasi we don't want to, especially for OFW, to continually work without any savings. Hindi naman all of our life mag-work tayo as OFW. So if you will gonna ask me, how is it life after being an OFW? For those who are in Dubai, I was one of those speakers in Kabayan Rico Mondehar. So what is the life after OFW? If you have saved, if I did follow my budgeting rule, and then that's why I was able to have this business, no, and as one of the iDrop here in Upfront Bees, I was second iDrop, and I was the first Pegasus, by the way, of Upfront Bees. So it was easy because you have already a defensive mode. So I'm sharing this one because it might help you that when you have this kind of business, it will be your residual income and it will become your passive income in the future. Lalo na sa mga OFW, while you are working, be sure that you have multiple source of income. So this one is a one source of income. If you have good voice, that can be your other source of income. If you have a hobby of guitar, you can tutor. If you are a teacher, you can tutor. That is another source of income. If you have properties, make sure that your properties are not idle, because if you invest in property and you do not earn income on that, then that is a wrong investment. So kung naggabalit, except for residential, bumili kayo ng palayan na lupa, dapat pinarentahan nyo or talagang nagpalay kayo. If it's an idle, then that is a bad investment. So now, I hope you learned something on this, because I'm going to the topic why we are here on Upfront. So since some of the people here are new, so that's why I started with this. So what if there is a company that will give you, that will give you that will make your dreams come true? What if there is a business that hindi sagabal for those who are nagtatrabaho or nag-aaral? What if there is a business na kung OFW ka, pwede ka na mag-good na rin kung sakali? What if may mga taong magme-mentor, tutulong sa'yo paano simulan ang negosyo? What if may negosyong swak sa budget? So, tataya ka ba? So if you will, I think some of you here were able to invest in other businesses na scam. If you have risked your money there, why not here, 'di ba? So if yes ang answer nyo, then this Upfront Biz will be a good business for you. So just a brief background of Upfront Biz. Upfront Biz is a forefront distribution and marketing company of high quality natural products. I highlighted talaga po ang independent distribution of travel. Kasi our topic will be about the tourism, the ticketing, no? And then, I highlighted also here as the Upfront Biz is led by professional entrepreneurs, experienced management, and health professionals. For those who are new in this, or it's the first time, lahat po ng mga franchisee or mga distributors here are professionals. I am one of here, and there are engineers, there are accountants, there are a lot of OFW or who are part of this business, who have invested in this business, which is very affordable and easy to manage na business. Okay, so bakit ano nangyari? So what is the advantage of this business? We have over 405 airlines. So one question you might be, Doc, bakit ka nagsasabi about airlines and ticketing? I will show you later why it's still viable in this time of pandemic. Hindi masasayang ang investment nyo in this time of pandemic. So we have a low price courier, meaning if we will compare our price to for the Cebu Pacific, if our portal, if we will gonna compare it to the portal of Cebu Pacific, still mababa po tayo. Because doon tayo naglalaro sa agent's fee natin. Basta sa online ng Cebu Pacific or Philippine Airlines, there are fixed kasi computer generated sila. But in our portal, we can make adjustment. Kindly mute po. Kindly mute. Kada.
Attending a seminar, a business seminar. It's not a class.
Kindly mute po. So, prepaid portal, no need credit card kasi we have e-wallet. So, iwas utang. And then in bills payment, 50% po ang income natin and sa convenience fee natin. Later I will gonna discuss it. And then we have high rebates on airtime loading. We have activation and load retailers with rebates. We have efficient, fast, and reliable service. So 100% profitable. If you're gonna ask me, what are those two questions that a certain businessman or investor will gonna ask you when they wanted to invest? First thing is, what is my, or how much is my return of investment? The second is, when I will have my payback. So these are the two major questions. Kailan mababalik ang pera ko, or magkano bang kikitain ko? And I'll guarantee you, it's more than 100%. Okay? And then the payback period, maybe 1 day. Kung may nagpa-book sa inyo, maybe 1 day lang. Like my daughter has experience, 1 day lang nabawi niya yung investment niya. So how much is the investment? So entry package A, for those who are into ticketing, that is only 3,890 pesos. And you have a lifetime of portal investment,
Instead of
for
this
portal website. And then we have a shampoo and a soap that is part
during the
of
new
the,
normal.
sino ba tong nagsasalita? Sorry guys, kasi
So there are
nadidistract
a lot of
ako.
changes. Okay.
Sino po bang nagsasalita?
Please, business partners, ma'am and sir, i-mute po natin yung ano natin, audio or mic para hindi naman ma-distract yung
Students and that
speaker natin. Mahirap po magsalita na
Nawawala ako,
bayad to.
nawiwindang ako. Okay.
Oo.
So here, this is the 3,890 pesos. For those who are in UAE, that is 300 dirhams. For those who are in Qatar, 300 riyals. And the same with Saudi. I think we have the same currency, right? In Qatar, we have the same exchange rate. For those on, I don't know, in Chile and in Taiwan, for those who are in Taiwan right now, how much is 3,890 in your money? Okay? And then, what are those? How do we earn? Ito yung earning. For domestic flight, we can have an earning from 100 to 500 pesos per way. So, depende na rin sa gusto nyo. If you wanted 500, 600, it's
Here
up
in the
to you.
Philippines, that's not
Sino
allowed.
ba to?
Like, they require at most 30 students per classroom.
Yung isa, ma'am, i-mute mo na lang siguro, ma'am.
Sino ba to siya? Wait.
Si, yung may manager.
Just tables, but all of the supplies were kept. Yeah.
Sino ba to?
This one is
Yun si...
MCM Strategic Management po, hindi naka-unmute.
Kyle, can you mute? This is my student, sorry.
Yeah.
Kyle, can you mute, please?
This is the
Agat?
programming. Yeah, they really do.
Okay, it's one of my students, sorry. Okay, so that's when go. So for international flight, minimum po natin 500 to 1,000 markup per way, but it's still up to you. So let's say, for example, that is your family, you can make adjustment onto your markup. Now, what do we have for others? We have a fixed profit. For bus po and Filtranco, we have 200 pesos per way per person. So, kung two-way ang anuhin ni client, then we have 400. And then si ferry, we have Ocean Jet and To Go. So, meron na tayong To Go Manila, which will travel from Davao, dadaan siya ng Jensan, dadaan ng Iloilo, Zamboanga, and then Davao. So, if you want a very good escapade where you can meet different people and then you can go to different cities, then you can suggest ang Ocean To Go. But again, if you have a client that doesn't like to have the barko or namahalan siya ng eroplano kasi nga usually peak season December ang mahal ng mga eroplano. So we suggest for Filtranco kasi mga 2,000 lang or almost 1,000 plus lang ang Filtranco from Davao to Manila. Now, for hotel domestic, we have 100 per night. So if they book 2 rooms, then you have 200. And then if they book 3 nights, then that is 600 pesos. Now, for hotel international, we have 200 per night. But what if your client book for 3 nights, then you have 600. Eh, what if kung dalawang room, times 2 mo na, and then that's 1,200. Ito pa lang sa yung ano natin, yan pa lang na kitaan. What if we have a holiday package? Nowadays, open na po si Boracay, open na po si Palawan, open na po si Coron ngayon. So, for domestic holiday package, we have 200 per person. And then, the policy of biyahe ko is pag package tour po, dalawa talaga yan. Kasi nga, hindi package, pag isa lang, di ba? Timang, no? Mag-ano ka package ka, ikaw lang mag-isa. So, minimum of 2. So, for sure, may 400 pesos ka na kaagad. Kasi minimum of 2. And then for holiday package, let's say a person who wanted to go to Thailand, wanted to go to Singapore or Malaysia, then you have 250 per person. And then since that is a minimum of 2, and then automatically you will have an income of 500. No? And then what if that is a group? Kasi hilig ngayon sa Philippines is a group. So what if that is a group of 6? So, malaki ng pera mo. So, 2, 5, that's 1,500. And all you did was book them to have a very, a very good hotel. Kung ayaw naman nila ng hotel, you can give them bed and breakfast. It's cheaper. Now, we have e-loading in Biyahe Ko. Sa e-loading ng Biyahe Ko, we don't have a percentage, but we can add 2 to 3 pesos to charge our client. And then we have visa assistance as well. This is to, I will gonna show you my income last time. Actually, I put it 100 to 500. But if you are already familiar with US visa like me, I can charge 1,000 for my assistance sa client ko. So I charge my client 1,000 assistant at the same time I book already for her interview. Kaya may nakapag-charge po ako ng 1,000 because all she did was to go to the embassy na lang for the interview. And then, for our dashboard, kasi sinasabi ko always this one, 10 in 1. If you want to franchise, that is 10 in 1. And then we have the bills payment. Now, the bills payment, we have convenience fee. Now, ranging 10 pesos to 20 pesos, it's up to you how much you're going to charge for the convenience fee your client. And then the last, in the dashboard of upfront fees, we have also an e-loading. So dalawa yung system ng e-loading natin. One in the portal and one in the dashboard. So in e-loading natin sa dashboard, we have a 3% na rebate plus the additional charge of 2 or 5. 2 to 5. Kasi 'di ba, if we're gonna buy load 100 pesos, they charge 2 pesos, and if it's like 300, maybe like 3 pesos. I think that's the way Philippines are doing, right? Tama po ba? Pag nagpapa-e-loading, may additional sila, right? So that will be your additional
5 pesos
charge.
na.
5 pesos.
Sa
Yun.
mga mall po, mas malaki ma'am, 5 pesos.
Okay. So that's one thing that's very good. You have 5 pesos plus the 3%. So let's say you have 100 pesos nag-load sa'yo. May 3% ka, which is 3% of the 100. That is 3 pesos plus the 5 pesos. So you have 8 pesos. And what if in a week you have 100 na 100 na nag 100. So that is 1,000. So 1,000 times 3%, 300. So 5 times 100, that's 500. All, in a week, you have 800 pesos for e-loading alone. Mabilis po ba ako? Okay lang.
Okay lang po.
Oo, mabilis ako sa calculation na anuhin nyo na lang para kasi I know it's late time na. So this is a sample of before I go live. Magla-live pa kasi ako. So before I go live, I'm gonna show you the real ticket that I have. My name of my travel and tours is Azeldri Travel and Tours. So for those who are, ano ba yung PNR? Ito yung PNR, dalawang PNR dito, yung JUM7PU and M13TTN. Whenever we make transactions, emails, and whatever in Biyahe Ko or upfront fees, they will ask you for the PNR. So bigay nyo yung JUM7PU na PNR. Okay, now this is Cebu Pacific. If you notice under the free baggage, di ba blanco na follow natin? Walang free meals and walang free baggage, right? So
yes.
it's because Cebu Pacific doesn't give free baggage or meals. You have to buy. So you have to be educated as well on the policy of the airlines. Kasi iba lahat ang service, add-on service ng mga airline. So tell your client when it's Cebu Pacific and AirAsia, walang free baggage, walang free meals, they have to buy it if they have a lot of luggage, no? So ang free lang ni is ang hand carry, which is 7 kilos. Now, at the bottom, merong rules and regulations. Nakita po ba natin? Yung rules and regulations at the bottom. Nabasa ba? It is very important. Pag meron kayong print out, you will see that one. It's very important you tell your client to read the rules and regulations. Kasi in times of cancellation and refund, you have to read on the rules. May refund ba? Kasi ito po, pag promo ang ticket na binili natin, ano ba yung mga promo, Doc? Yung 8999, these are the promo. Wala pong cancellation, walang refund, non-transferable yan. Kaya if in case you will have a change of heart na, hindi na ako tutuloy, when you go to Cebu Pacific, they will not refund you because that is a promo. Are we clear? Pag promo, ha? Basahin nyo sa baba kung may non-transferable. And then
Yes po, Coach.
if the client will insist, huy, hindi na ako tutuloy, sayang yung pera ko. Again, ma'am, promo kasi to, nakalagay sa ticket. And then when you issue the ticket, remind them para pagdating ng panahon, hindi ka kukulitin ni client. Hindi ka, uy, ano ka ba, scam ka, and all the negativity, and you don't deserve to have. No? So yan ang very natin, very careful tayo in issuing the ticket. Yan lang siguro ang challenge natin when there is cancellation. Now, second thing, if it is the airline who cancels, especially now in pandemic, no? Maraming cancellation. If that is the airline na nag-cancel, they will give you refund. Now, depende na naman to sa airline. Cebu Pacific doesn't give a money refund. AirAsia, depende po kung anong klase ang ticket na nabili nyo sa kanila. But PAL will give you a refund money, but not all is 100%. Pero pag si PAL ang nagkamali or si PAL nag-cancel, it's 100%. But this pandemic, you might ask, Ma'am, bakit ang tagal ng mga refund? It's because hindi naman po inasahan kahit ng airline. Lahat po ng airline nagbawas ng empleyado. Kasi the most affected is the tourism. Nakita nyo, Marco Polo nag-shutdown. It's because of na-lockdown tayo for 3 months. So that's why it is a big loss for all the tourism industry. So yun, meron lang delayed, but you have to just follow up the airline. Now, again, I will really emphasize this for everyone. If the client call you and said, Ma'am, pwede pa pa-rebook, pa-cancel, pa-reschedule. Now, check